The only way out of our situation right now is we got to pray our way out.
Yep.
So let's get the grace.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a great point. I just want to encourage, especially as the only layman on this panel right now, husbands, fathers out there, pray this with your family. Do it every day.
Yes.
Establish it with your kids. I've always said, when I die and I'm lying in my casket, if God provides the type of funeral where people can come up and view my body, depending on how we die, and that rosary's wrapped around my hands, I never wanted my kids to walk up and look at that and say, "What's that?" He never did that. I always
Yeah.
wanted them to walk up, see the rosary on my hands, and say, "That was part of my dad's life. That was an extension of who he was." Gentlemen out there, husbands, fathers, lead your families, train your kids. Like you said, Father
Yes.
Ripperger, I think it's a great point. Establish this training at home before they go off to college, before they go off to high school, even, so that they've got it ingrained in them, that they understand there's certain principles that they just have to be relentless on when it comes to the fullness of the Catholic faith.
Yeah, something the question, one of the questions you asked before, Doug, is, what can families do? I would be really curious to see a statistic on the number of children that fall into the communist slash socialist indoctrination in college and those who don't when they go to college and even when they're exposed to it or just don't ever fall into it, period. That correlation to those in which the rosary was said daily in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Got
be
to
an
be
interesting.
zero.
Yeah, I bet it
Yeah.
would be too.
Yeah.
Or just if there was a Marian devotion in relationship to in the family, a Marian devotion was very stressed and inculcated. I'll bet it's zero. And
Yeah.
part of that just has to do with the fact that we actually know from Fatima, Our Lady is the antidote to communism ultimately,
Mhm.
Oh.
because God set her up as it, right?
Yep.
If you consecrate it to her Immaculate Heart, basically Russia's done with. It'll be converted, and this will all
Yep.
be go away. If you
Yeah.
don't, well, then this is what's going to happen. Um, and the but also it's and by the way, that's not to detract from the devotion of the Holy Face, which I think is legitimate too. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying that the Marian devotion is what's going to keep a lot of these kids from falling into that nonsense.